So the current Metaculous prediction for strong AGI, I think it's called, which is, I think you can ignore most of the requirements of the test and just look at one of them, which is the 2-hour adversarial Turing test. That's predicted somewhere around mid-2033. Okay, so I think that is probably the best button we have for when AGI of that nature occurs. Now, we recently just had, 2 days ago, or 3 days ago perhaps, dropped this new AI Futures Project, dropped this new report, which two Matt's fellows were, one is the lead author, one was a contributing author on, so very excited about that. And that just was updating their model, and I think they predicted something between 2030 to 2032, depending upon how you define AGI. They broke it down to all these automated coders, they can do all the coding stuff. These top expert dominating AI across all these fields and so on. So I think, somewhere around 2033 seems like a decent bet. But also we had, Nathan Young recently compiled all these different forecasting platforms. So Metaculous, Manifold, another Metaculous poll that was for weak AGI. It was a little bit less good at Turing tests, and all these other some Cauchy thing on whether OpenAI will achieve it. And he came out with an average of 2030. Now, I don't know, I still like the Metaculous 2033, but I wouldn't bet against 2030 in terms of nearness of AGI. As for superintelligence, complicated, right? Could be 6 months or less. Could be a very hard takeoff after this AGI thing. If it's a very software-only singularity scenario where you don't need a big bunch of hardware scale-up, you aren't limited by compute, it's just recursive self-improvement or something, algorithmic improvement, AIs are improving the algorithms that train AIs, and it's that's a fast feedback loop, right? Or you might need a lot more experimentation, right? You might need massive hardware scale-ups. You might need just staggeringly more compute than exists in the world, in which case that could take you a decade, right, to get your singularity. So I currently think that 2033 is a decent central estimate in terms of the median for what we're preparing for, but obviously 20% chance by 2028. I think that's the Metaculous prediction. That's a lot, right? So we should definitely be considering scenarios that are sooner, right? And particularly, I think the sooner AGI happens, the more dangerous it might be, right? The less time we have to do critical technical research to prepare, the less time we have to implement policy solutions. And I don't know, if it's happening during a transition period for a US government, could be even wilder. So I would say median bet on 2033-ish, but really care a lot about the impacts of AI, front load your concern to pre-2033 scenarios.